Man, the story just keeps getting better and better with this super mayor. And I don't mean better in a good way, better in a bad way because it keeps people watching this craziness. So she did an interview earlier. She's trying to address the financial wrongs of Dolton. Too little, too late, as they say.
Opponents called for the mayor of Dolton to resign. She is defending herself tonight. Tiffany Henyard says she is staying put and running for re-election. Henyard says if she wins, she will choose employees much more carefully. The mayor of Dolton has had nothing to say in person about the investigation into village finances until today.
I understand everybody want me to be the target. I understand everybody want me to be the bad guy for everything that goes on in the village, but that's not the truth.
Tiffany Henyard met with us and her attorney to comment on the report. They say Henyard released a statement Tuesday, but it didn't get much attention. Henyard says she's being blamed for the actions of others.
You're the boss.
Do everybody know what their employees do? No.
But do you feel responsibility because they were your employees?
I feel responsibility to tell the truth.
What is she talking about at this point? Listen, man, I like to be objective, but this is crazy. So now the strategy is let's just blame all the stuff that's happened, this $5 million deficit or so. Let's just blame this on other employees now. Let's blame this on other people. I don't think this is going to work. There's just too much information. There are too many people that are willing to talk. You know, Keith Freeman, who knows what he's told the FBI by now. And I don't think residents are really even believing any of this at this point. And they haven't been believing any of it for a long time. So this type of a spin is kind of strange. She talks a little bit also about Lori Lightfoot. Her lawyer is trying to act like Lori Lightfoot just wants some attention. I don't even want to call it bad strategy. I don't know what I would say to make her have good strategy at this point. I don't think she could do anything besides just either ride out the last couple months or resign.
On Monday, former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot revealed expenses ballooned during Henyard's tenure that led to a deficit of $3.65 million at one point. Lightfoot reports anything over $5,000 needed trustee approval, but that protocol wasn't followed, and instead the village was paying off expenses from 6 different credit cards that included few receipts from places like Wayfair and Amazon, and over $40,000 for items for an ice skating rink. Henyard contends the expenses were approved and that she was not the one making purchases.
Put the responsibility where it goes. I understand everybody wants to be the mayor. It's not the mayor. It's people put in place.
Lori Lightfoot's not interested in fact, but in spectacle. She's interested in political theater that's going to help her.
Let's be honest, man. Anybody who watched Lori Lightfoot's report last week, Lori Lightfoot is definitely not trying to get any type of attention. She already told Regina Waldrop that she does not want to run for office again. Lori Lightfoot doesn't come off as that she's interested in running for office again, and she doesn't need to score points off of Tiffany Henyard, honestly. I mean, she presented the report, a very thorough report, a very non-emotional report, and it had plenty of substance in there. There isn't much strategy or spin that's going to change this at this point. I mean, this lawyer, I don't know. He's not believable at all either. But Tiffany Henyard, man, even outside of the brawl that happened the other day, this is just a bad, sad story.
Lightfoot's spokesperson shared a comment which reads in part, Mayor Henyard and others systematically withheld the truth from trustees and the public about the true financial state of the village. The spokesperson goes on to say, the facts speak for themselves, and no amount of spin can overcome the tragic reality of her tenure as mayor of the village of Dolton. A day after the Lightfoot report, social media lit up with videos of a scuffle at a Thornton Township meeting where Henyard is supervisor.
And of course, the whole world knows about this. Now, there's a new twist she's throwing in here on this fight, so this is very new, so I'm going to let this play.
Henyard is seen in this video getting involved in the chaos. Her lawyer claims someone from outside Dolton who attended the meeting swung a knife at the mayor's boyfriend.
These men are attacking him with a deadly weapon, and the mayor, fearing for his safety, did go toward that crowd, risking getting hurt herself.
Her attorney claims that coverage of the incident unfairly villainizes Henyard.
There are a million different views of this fight. You know, I talked to Vivian Allen earlier, and she was there personally, standing right there at the fight. She was an eyewitness. We've seen many different angles. I mean, that thing was covered. The news was there. All residents were there with their phones. So I've seen this footage from many different views. And most people understand that after Jedediah made his comments, he was walking away, and it looks like Kamal started the fight. He was walking towards him, wanted to fight, and this wasn't a fight that was initiated by anyone other than her boyfriend. And her boyfriend should have had more restraint to understand not to even start the fight to begin with. Tiffany has a short amount of time left. My thought and my advice is nobody should do anything crazy or out of the ordinary. Let her live out her last month or so as mayor and supervisor, which is going to end in the spring. And this story, you got to let her ride off into the sunset. I don't see a scenario where she can win. Um, whatever support that she has in Dolton, I don't see a lot of it. I know there are some people who do support her, but enough to actually help her win, I doubt it. And as many have pointed out, even Lori Lightfoot pointed out the fact that only 9% of the voters voted last time. So this time around, when it comes to vote, I highly doubt that is only going to be 9%. It probably will be 99% of registered voters. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Crucial Convo.